Hello everyone, Alden here with Vendors Tech. Going to run through the process real fast on how to tune tokens into the Coinco Guardian coin mechs. Now, the Guardian coin mechs come in 3 different versions. The one that we're dealing with here today is actually the oldest version in an upgraded format. So the first version that Coinco made of the Guardian was the Guardian 6000. The next one was the Guardian 6000 XL, and the current one that they're on is the GLX. They're all very similar. They had major upgrades as they went along, and this one is actually a Guardian 6000M, which stands for modified. It's a 6000M, which is a 6000 that has been upgraded to an XL. So in all of the internal and payout parts that matter, it has all the XL parts, and so a lot of the original problems are actually gone in the 6000M. So that's what we're going to be learning on today. There will be slight nuances, and potentially as this video ages, software changes that come out in the GLX that will actually, the menu interface will be slightly different than what we're dealing with today. Just be aware of those nuances. If they exist in your coin mech, if there's a slight difference in the menu, you should still be able to follow along quite easily on your own coin mech using this video as a guide. Tokens. You can pretty much tune anything that will fit into these coin mechs as a token. You can also even tune foreign currency, foreign from a US perspective, into these coin mechs if there's not a tune file for these coin mechs available for your particular country. If you do this and you tune in your coins as tokens into the coin mech, they won't be stored in the tubes as change or paid back as change, but at least the coin mech would accept them, and they would be dropped straight through down to your cash box and retained that way. And so that's at least an option to get a coin mech that will accept your currency if there's not one made. If you have a country with fewer vending machines in it, and there's not really been any development yet for coin mechs or bill acceptors even for your currency, this is a viable option to accept your change, your coins in your country. Because you can tune tokens or coins, whatever you're tuning into these things, to have a dollar value or a free vend value. And when I say a free vend value, that means that the customer gets one free vend of anything in the machine. So no matter what the price is, they'll get a free soda, a free snack, a free bag of ice, whatever it happens to be, with one token. Or you can give them a dollar value as well, and all of that will be programmed through this process we'll be going through here. So power up your coin mech. You're going to have a standby message on the screen. It will vary based on the coin mech, the setting situation, and all of that. The first thing you're going to do is hit your menu button. It's going to come up and say main menu audit. We're going to scroll down until we find setup. Once we're at setup, we're going to hit enter. It's going to say setup par. We're going to scroll down from par until we find field tune. All right, and at field tune, we're going to hit enter again. The first option is going to come up as token add. Some of the other options in this under this option, under field tune, are token delete, token change value, token change routing, slug removal. Slug removal would be for if, let's say, a washer somehow had a close enough weight and diameter to a token that people were able to insert washers and get free vends. You could actually go in and, using the slug removal feature, tune that washer into the coin mech as a slug, and so it would stop accepting the slug or the washer as an alternative or as a simile of an actual token or coin. And then we're back to token add. So to add a token, once you're a token add, you're going to hit enter. It's going to tell you to drop it 10 times. So you're going to want 10 different tokens or coins of the coin you're tuning. You don't want to use the same one because you won't get a good enough sampling of potential differences in coin size and weight to get good acceptance once you actually start using these. So be sure you have 10 separate coins of every coin you're going to tune in. When you drop these in, you don't want to put them way down in there or throw them in. You want to just hold them above the top of the coin mech and drop them in normally to simulate what actual use of these coin mechs will look like once they're installed in a machine. Let the coin fall all the way through, land, hit the bottom, wherever it's going to land, and don't just feed them in rapidly. Give it some time to reset itself for the coils to re-energize between drops, so that you get a good teach. drop complete. It's now going to establish the tune. It's going to ask you to assign a name. You might want to write these down after you assign them, so that if you have multiples, so that you remember what each token assignment, what coin is given to each assignment. So in this case, you can name the tokens 0 through, I don't know how high you can go, lots of number. I mean, you can go up quite a way. So we're just going to name it as token 0 since it's the first token. We're going to hit enter to save that. We're going to assign a value. Hit enter again. So right now, the first option is a free Ven token. We're going to increase that in this case to be a 25-cent value token, so that we'll give 25 cents in credit for each token dropped. And you can change this value, this dollar value, to whatever you want it to be, based on what you need the token to be worth, or what the currency or what the coin is worth in your home currency. We're going to hit enter to save this. Now we're going to assign the route. There's two routes available. One is to the coin return. In some applications, users of tokens will have the token it'll come in, go straight through the coin mech, out to the coin return. The customer will get it back again, and it'll give them whatever, the 25 cents in credit, a free Ven, whatever. For most applications, though, you're going to assign the token route to the cash box, so that the machine retains the token and the customer just doesn't get to keep using it over and over. And so in this case, yes, we're going to assign the route for the token to the cash box. It'll go through the coin mech, but a different route, and be retained by the machine internally. Enter, we'll save that, update the changer, and we'll go back to its standby message. At any time after you make a major settings change like this, after you're done, we want to reboot the coin mech. So I'm going to kill the power to it and reboot. It will go through its startup procedure. All right, it's back to its standby message. Now we're going to test our token. So it's a 25-cent token, drop to the cash box. Token 0, 25 cents to the cash box, so it's working as we want it to. We're going to go back in, menu, down arrow till we get to setup, enter, down arrow till we get to field tune, enter. We're going to look at some of these other options here. So token change value, you can go in here, select the token that you're going to be changing the value of. So in this case, it's token 0. You can then alter the value of the token without actually having to reprogram it. Once you alter the value, you hit enter to save. It will kick you back out to the standby message. You can go back in to change other options. You can change the routing. So token 0, we're going to select that. We can change it and select it to be sent to the coin return without reprogramming the token. The last thing we're going to do in this case, since we're not actually going to be keeping this token in the coin mech, just was for demonstration purposes, we're going to delete it. So in the event that you have to delete a token because you want to reprogram it, or you're no longer using it, or you're no longer using that coin, you're going to go to your token delete function, hit enter, select the token. In this case, there's only one programmed, token 0. Once the token is displayed on the screen, you'll hit enter again, and it will say token deleted, and it will no longer accept the token. Oops. Disabled by VMC. Said USD $1 because this particular coin is closest in size to a US $1 coin. And so it's wanting to identify it as a $1 coin, which if it ever started doing that, if a token ever was similar enough to an actual coin, like I was saying before, and that it started accepting it, and see, it thinks it's a slug, and so it wouldn't actually accept it. But if it actually did begin to accept a slug as a legitimate coin or token, you can go into your slug removal and tune it in there as a slug, and it will no longer accept it. So that is the process for tuning tokens into the Guardian coin mech.